They were all men, all prisoners. Stripped of their memories, they were thrown into a final, deadly maze by an organization known as WCKD. Decades ago, the sun had scorched the earth. Governments had crumbled, and WCKD rose from the ashes, experimenting on children who were immune to a devastating plague. Now, those children were adults. 10 of them were trapped. Xander, the calm leader. Mario, firm yet kind. Hugo, the swift runner. And Chad, whose aggression hid deep suspicion. There was Amar, the clever technician. Chuck, the youngest. Hank, the sharp observer. And Jamal, the strategist. Lewis was a strong man, and Ray, the newest. Arrival. Ray's journey began in darkness, inside a rattling iron elevator they called the box. It opened to blinding light, revealing the Gladstone courtyard encircled by impossibly high walls. Every night, those walls sealed them in, and from the maze beyond, strange mechanical roars echoed. These weren't the grievers of old legends. These were devourers, twisted fusions of metal and flesh, far more lethal. The Glade had a fragile order, but Ray's arrival shattered it. When he broke the #1 rule, never stay in the maze overnight, to save Hugo from a devourer, and survived, everything changed. Xander and the others knew Ray was different. The maze itself seemed to react to him. Then, the box delivered its final message. Not a person or supplies, but 3 chilling words. WCKD is good. The attacks intensified. The walls no longer closed. Lewis was stung, the virus driving him mad until Mario had to restrain him. With heavy hearts, they exiled him to the maze. Using Ray's strange instincts, Amara's logic, Hank's decoding skills, and Jamal's maps, they found a way out. Their escape was bloody. Xander, mortally wounded, used his last breath to name Ray the new leader. But freedom was a lie. The survivors awoke in a WCKD facility, only to realize they were still part of the experiment. So they ran again, this time into the scorched and endless desert wasteland filled with cranks, humans driven insane by the flare virus. Life in the scorch was brutal. Food was a luxury, storms were lethal, and the trust within their small group was fracturing. Mario fought to hold them together while Chad's suspicions about Ray grew, sensing he knew more than he let on. They found a resistance group. But to maintain survival was a daily battle against cranks, WCKD soldiers, and the dying world itself. During a building collapse, young Chuck was crushed, saving Amar. His last words, a desperate plea. Don't let them win. Later, Hank was captured. Ray wanted to charge in, but Mario held him back, warning that recklessness would get them all killed. After a tense rescue through ruined skyscrapers, they saved Hank, but the price was high. A full year passed. The men were broken, but alive. Mario began showing signs of the flare. Jamal had lost an eye. Chad, once the loudest skeptic, was now silently loyal. And Ray carried a crushing guilt, a weight that became unbearable when they learned the truth. Ray's blood was the cure. WCKD wanted him alive, but the resistance wanted him dead to prevent any more experiments. To end it all, they launched a final assault on the last city, WCKD's fortress, which was already collapsing under a crank outbreak. Inside, Hank sacrificed himself to free immune children from the labs. Mario, his mind consumed by the flare, attacked Ray. In a tearful struggle, Ray screamed for his friend to fight it. For a brief moment, Mario's true self returned. He begged Ray not to let him become a monster and pushed a gun into his hands. When the virus took over for good, Ray, sobbing, was forced to end his friend's suffering. The gunshot echoed over the burning city. Chad died holding a gate for their escape. Jamal detonated a reactor. Ray and Jamal pulled Amar from a collapsing tunnel, just in time. In the end, Ray made his choice. He refused to be a cure. He chose people. The city fell, WCKD burned, and the few survivors, Ray, Jamal, and Amar, found their way to a quiet coastline. No walls, no maze, no experiments, just freedom. Weeks later, Ray buried Mario beneath a tree, carving a simple epitaph into a stone. We lived. We survived. We were free. For the first time since he woke in that dark box, the world felt real, and he could finally breathe. Thanks for watching.